Using energy to stay alive. Our bodies need energy for many different reasons. For example, we use energy when we move around. We use energy to send electrical impulses along neurons. We use energy to keep our bodies warm when it is cold. All of our energy comes from the food that we eat. Carbohydrates are especially good for giving us energy. When we eat food containing carbohydrates, our digestive system breaks the carbohydrates down to a kind of sugar called glucose. The glucose goes into our blood. The blood delivers glucose to every cell in the body. The cells use the glucose to get the energy that they need, releasing energy from glucose. Energy must be changed from one type to another, or be transferred, in order to do something. The energy in glucose is locked up inside it. Glucose is an energy store. Before your cells can use the energy, it has to be released from the glucose. This is done by tiny structures called mitochondria that are found inside cells. Most cells have many mitochondria inside them. Mitochondria release energy from glucose so that the cells can use the energy. The mitochondria carry out a chemical reaction called aerobic respiration. Aerobic means that it uses oxygen from the air. Here's the word equation for aerobic respiration: glucose plus oxygen, carbon dioxide plus water. In this reaction, some of the energy inside the glucose is released. This is done in a very controlled way. Just a little bit of energy is released at a time, just enough for the cell's needs. In respiration, chemical energy stored in glucose is transferred to other substances so that cells can use it. In this process, some of the energy is changed to heat energy, so respiring cells get a little bit warmer than their surroundings.
You have seen that all of your cells need energy to stay alive. Each cell gets its energy through a chemical reaction called respiration. Aerobic respiration happens inside the mitochondria in the cells. The reactants are glucose and oxygen, glucose plus oxygen, carbon dioxide plus water. So every cell in your body needs a good supply of glucose and oxygen, and the carbon dioxide and water that the cell makes must be taken away. The delivery and removal is done by the blood. The blood moves around the body inside blood vessels. The heart pumps. What is blood? Everyone knows that blood is a red liquid, but if you are able to look at some blood through a microscope, you may get a surprise. This is the liquid part of the blood. This liquid is called blood plasma. You can see that it is not red at all. It is a very, very pale yellow. Blood looks red because it contains a lot of red blood cells, which float in this liquid. Most of the cells in our blood are red blood cells. An adult person has at least 20 trillion red blood cells in their body. There are about 5 million of them in every 1 cubic centimeter of your blood. These are called white blood cells. There are not many of them, but some of them may be quite a lot bigger than the red blood cells. They do not look white in the photograph because a stain has been added to the blood to make the cells show up more clearly. The dark purple areas in these cells are their nuclei. Red blood cells do not have nuclei. Plasma is the liquid part of blood. It is mostly water. The red and white blood cells are transported around the body in the blood plasma. Plasma also has many other different substances dissolved in it. For example, glucose dissolved in blood plasma is transported from the digestive system to every cell. You will remember that carbon dioxide is produced in every body cell by respiration. The carbon dioxide dissolves in blood plasma and is carried away from the cells. The blood takes it to the lungs, where the carbon dioxide diffuses out and is breathed out in your expired air. Red blood cells are very unusual cells. They do not have nuclei and they do not have mitochondria. They are full of a red pigment called hemoglobin. It is hemoglobin that makes blood look red. The structure of a red blood cell is related to its function. Glucose and oxygen in, carbon dioxide and water out, delivered by the blood to keep your cells alive.